what emotions narcissist goes through after losing you. 6 stages show a narcissist's true collapse. Understanding their collapse. The 6 stages of a narcissist after losing you. Have you ever felt like you are caught in a confusing maze? After a breakup, wondering what is really going on inside them, or even inside you? Maybe you've broken up but can't stop thinking about what they're doing now, or if they're even thinking of you. Or perhaps you are right in the middle of a separation, feeling unsure about what to do when they pop back up out of nowhere, or why they've gone completely silent. You might be asking yourself, what will they do next? Why aren't they trying to contact me? Am I truly free, or am I still stuck? This video is for anyone who has ever wasted 10, 20, even 30 years feeling lost in these questions. In the next 10 minutes, you'll find clarity, see your life summarized, and finally understand that fog you've been living in. This isn't just another video. It is a must-watch that will help you feel stronger, no matter where you are in your healing journey. Why a narcissist's world falls apart after breakup. The hidden devastation when a narcissist loses you. Does it feel like they just shrugged and walked away, like we meant nothing at all? We see them move on so fast, flashing new smiles, new lives, as if our leaving barely scratched the surface. But deep down, behind that perfect act, there's a quiet breakdown, a whole internal world falling apart. Yeah, they'll jump into new relationships, post all those happy pictures, maybe even rush into marriage. But this show they put on, it's just covering up a deeper mess. Not sadness, not the kind of heartbreak we know, but a total meltdown of their inner self, a crushing feeling only they experience. Why does a narcissist's special fuel just vanish? Understanding narcissistic supply shock after losing you. Did we ever really see how much they fed off us? How addicted they were to our every move? The moment you step away, it's like they're suffocating, drowning in a silence they can't handle. This isn't just a breakup. It's like yanking away their life support, their main source of everything. I'm talking about that constant praise. All the attention, every bit of control they squeezed out of you, every single day. You know, they don't form real connections, do they? They form these tangled dependencies, and you weren't just a partner. You were their emotional thermometer, their reflection, the one who always cleaned up their messy feelings they couldn't face. When you walk away, it's not just your face they miss. It's like their whole identity disappears. They don't have anyone to dump their problems on, anyone to twist into their own image, anyone to dance around their drama. Even when they scramble to find someone new, that new person just doesn't hit the same. As one brave survivor shared, it's about seeing your own infinite courage, daring determination, and unyielding self-respect. The vibe is off. The connection feels fake. There is no real spark, no pushback, no shared past to mess with. So, they just sink into this empty feeling, this confusion, this desperate hunger their ego can't even name. Their world turns gray, bland, slow, because the person who once made them feel like a god, as someone in a session once told me, finally, I am free, finally, I can breathe. That person is now just a ghost they can't touch, can't bring back, a ghost haunting them with pure silence. What happens when a narcissist can't control you anymore? The unbearable loss of power for a narcissist. Don't we always wonder if they knew how much we tried, how hard we fought to make sense of it all? After that first shock, there is a deeper, even more confusing crash from losing all control. Control for them! It's like their drug, their absolute everything. It gives them this fake feeling of stability, power, and being better than everyone else.
And you, for so long, you were their favorite toy.
Someone they could poke, trick, make you feel guilty or sweet talk into doing what they wanted.
Your reactions, they set their crazy rhythm. Your feelings, they became their scorecard. Your attempts to protect yourself. Those were their stage where they showed off how dominant they were.
Now, you're not reacting. You're not defending yourself. You're not explaining. You're not arguing. You're not begging. You're just done.
And that gaping hole where your emotions used to be, it's just unbearable for them. They feel invisible, powerless, totally unimportant. And that, right there, is their biggest fear, their worst nightmare. This is when they might just explode in really weird, unpredictable ways. Sudden, nasty rage, cruel revenge plans, or playing the victim. You know the drill.
It's all part of their desperate game to get their power back.
But deep down, as a victim shared in a session with me, you leave, and they absolutely know why you left. That makes them angry.
It is not really about you. It's about their whole world falling apart.
Because when a narcissist loses control, they don't just feel rejected, they feel completely erased. And to them, that's way worse than dying. What happens when a narcissist tries to put on a new show? How a narcissist rebuilds their public image.
Did we ever truly get how much of their life was just an act? A constant performance for everyone else. Next, they rush to glue back together their perfect public image. Since they can't control you anymore, they put all their energy into controlling what everyone else thinks about the breakup. They do this by putting on a show.
A new partner pops up almost instantly.
They suddenly change their whole life, pick up new hobbies, or start talking about how much they've healed and grown, like they just came back from some deep spiritual journey.
But this isn't genuine growth, is it? It is damage control disguised as evolution.
Their identity was never about who they really were. It was about how you reacted to them. I'm talking about your compliments, your presence, your pain. It made them feel real.
Without your emotional mirror, they're lost. They don't know who they are anymore.
So what do? They build a brand new image, one that screams success, peace, and absolute power.
And they become obsessed with keeping this fake picture alive, needing constant applause, non-stop attention, and endless approval from others to keep their mask from slipping. Behind this put-together front, there's a deep, hidden collapse inside, a truth they can't admit to anyone, not even to themselves. Why does a narcissist paint you as the bad guy? Narcissistic shame, splitting and blame-shifting explained. Do we ever really understand the sheer terror that sits under their calm facade? The deep hole they'll do anything to avoid? Eventually, that mask cracks, and when it does, a messy, ugly wave of shame starts bubbling up from deep inside. But this isn't the kind of shame that helps you grow or feel sorry. It's this awful feeling of being broken. Something narcissists just can't deal with.
Unlike regular people who can think, take responsibility, and face uncomfortable truths, narcissists just can't handle that heavy feeling of shame.
They see it as a huge threat, something that could destroy them. So they do the only thing they know how. They get rid of it. They dump it all on you, and suddenly, you become the trash can for all their bad feelings.
They start rewriting history, not just for other people, but for themselves too. It's like they gaslight themselves.
In this twisted story, you're no longer the one who loved them, who put up with them, who gave them chance after chance, even though that's the real truth. Now you're the problem. You're the abuser.
The bad guy, the narcissist, the one who ruined everything, the one who caused all the chaos. This isn't just about getting back at you. It's a deep, twisted way their mind protects itself, trying to stop their fragile ego from completely shattering. They trash your name, twist your story, turn your friends against you, all for one desperate reason, to avoid facing the truth that you saw them for who they really are.
You saw past the charm, the mask, the manipulation.
You saw that scared little child hiding behind the big fake front, and being seen like that, it is just too much for them.
By making you the monster, they preserve their own innocent act going. But it's not healing. It is just a dodge. It is like emotional surgery they do to survive a truth too scary to let in.
As a victim shared in a session with me, the breakup feels so hard, so ugly. They don't even care about your tears, your apologies for their mistake. They are so cheap. What happens when a narcissist rushes to find someone new? Understanding the narcissist's replacement rush. Does finding someone new ever truly fill that empty space we left? That feeling of what is missing? By now, the narcissist's inside world is a mess. The shame has been pushed away. The fake image is patched up on the outside, but deep down, something still feels empty. They can't stand being alone with their thoughts. They need a new emotional crutch, and fast.
But unlike what they make it seem, this isn't about finding love or truly moving on. It's about numbing themselves.
They need something, anything, to quiet that aching emptiness your absence left behind. So what do? They move quickly. They grab onto someone new, someone easy to mold, someone who gives them a lot of attention but doesn't really get what's happening, someone who, most importantly, doesn't know the truth yet. This new person becomes their next audience, their new mirror, their next convenient dumping ground. They pull out all the old tricks, overwhelming affection, huge promises. They even take them to the same places you went. It's the same old story. But this time, there's a frantic panic behind it. A rushed, desperate edge that wasn't there before. What they're trying to do is erase the story of their failure. The story that you left, you escaped, and you saw through them. And that's a story they can't live with. So they use the new person like a prop in their play, a prop that screams they're still wanted, still in charge. But deep down, nothing feels the same. The new person doesn't challenge them like you did. They don't respond with the same depth. The whole dance is off. The high isn't as good. And while they might show off this new relationship to the world inside, they're still replaying yours. Why? Because they never got closure. They never got the final say. And now, they're trying to rewrite that whole story to make it feel less like being abandoned and more like a victory.
But no matter how many people they pull into their world, no one ever matches the power of the person who finally broke free. As many survivors have shared, they will never ever become better in any of their new relationships, ever. Remember this. Why does a narcissist remain obsessed with your silence? The unseen torment of their narcissistic psyche.
Is their search for new connections just a smoke screen hiding the invisible chains that still tie them to us?
The last, most secret stage is their quiet obsession.
While they act all calm and moved on publicly, in private, their thoughts are totally consumed by you.
They secretly check your life through fake social media accounts, through unsuspecting friends, or just by thinking about you constantly. I've talked about how a narcissist can try to send their bad energy, their spirit, into your world, even into your dreams, through that kind of emotional meddling.
Why do they do this, though?
Well, they wonder if you're actually happier without them. They wonder if you've told everyone their true, ugly nature, or even worse, if you've completely forgotten them.
You become this haunting presence in their mind, a constant, nagging reminder of how truly vulnerable they are. They might never reach out, but they're silently obsessed with you leaving, tormented by the knowledge that you saw right through them and chose what you truly wanted: freedom.
No matter how they act now, your leaving shattered their fragile illusion, leaving them to secretly struggle through these hidden stages of emotional pain. Your healing, on the other hand, is real, and it lasts. If this really hits home for you, know that your journey to recovery is real and powerful, something a narcissist will never ever truly experience. As one survivor shared, getting away from a narcissist is like winning the lottery. You win your freedom back when you walk away. Your peace is your priority. Choose yourself every single time. Dealing with what they put you through isn't easy. It takes patience, strength, and a whole lot of self-love. But you are not alone in this. And you have the power to change how you react and ultimately how you feel.
And really, how much more time are you going to waste on this? Maybe you've been trying to fix things for a really long time. How much more time do you have to lose?
If you haven't talked to a counselor yet, you should call one right now. Take that first step in your life to figure out why you're still feeling stuck and what's truly best for you right now. Don't wait for another day or the right time. Healing takes a long time. And if you haven't even started on the right path, you might stay stuck for even longer. So call a counselor. And remember, if you do call me, please make sure to say, I've decided I need to change. And I am ready to change. At least for myself, for my own happiness, and for what is good for me. And share your reason why you haven't been able to stand up for yourself until now. Let's get started. Make the call and let's talk. I'll be waiting to hear from you. And remember, you can and you will heal. Thank you.